lot of that kind of art in here. You wonder, is this a product of the times? Or was Playboy part of a CIA push, whether it was direct or indirect, to do something with our culture? I wanted to bring that up. And I bought this book a long time ago when I was single. I still have it though, and I'm married. Because it's interesting and it's historic, goes with everything else. And I'm straight. I like fast, shiny cars, motorcycles, guns, and attractive women. Shoot me, that's never going to change, even a blind man. And also, this actually is the entirety of any pornographic material I have. I just kind of want to go on record of saying that now, because if find anything, it's a plan. But that's the problem with our time. Even Tucker Carlson mentioned that he doesn't like to use certain electronic devices because he's afraid of kiddie porn or something being planted on his equipment, so he's arrested and goes to jail forevermore, and everybody just believes it. Well, the sick part of that is there is massive human trafficking and child trafficking going on in the world. And right now, one of the reasons why so many MAGA people have turned on Donald Trump is because, remember, Jeffrey Epstein, who? Why are we still talking about that guy? Well, we're still talking about that guy because a lot of people would like to hang basically everybody relating to it at all and make the world a better place. That's why we're still talking about it. And yet the government's doing nothing about it. Now, what kind of got me on to be thinking about this before I read you all the grok stuff is Instagram. Now, Instagram, you obviously have a search place where you can go on here and search for whatever the heck you want. Like, here's a yellow Ducati Mike Halewood. I like that bike. Now, what happens over time, it will start pushing things at you. And right now, this is kind of annoying. The chicks are starting to come back. There's random women in here, relatively attractive, nobody like overtly sexy. But a while back ago, that was in here because they're starting to target me with the things it knows I like to look at based upon how, and I'm a guy, I will stop and look, it just happens. But I had to go back purposefully and refresh my algorithm not long ago because I was just getting targeted with like nothing but chicks. If a Ferrari drives by on the street, I'm going to look at it, stop, and listen to it. That's a metaphor, but I'm also going to watch cool cars drive by. The point is, I'm going to have to go back and reset this again. But something I noticed over time as this was starting to come out, which to my credit, I have to give you, the other thing on Instagram that's massive is AI-generated media. And I started to notice, I don't know how many years ago, that obviously AI was generating people and attractive women, which was kind of fascinating to me because it was cartoonish. But then you could see when there was updates in AI because that got much better. And obviously now all these data centers that are ruining the world, like Ohio that's being slipped under the cover of night practically, the data center's coming and it's like, oh great, this is just gonna be all AI porn for people. But I bring that up because I was actually interested in what AI was doing. And I'm like, okay, that looks kind of cartoonish. And then like 6 months later, I'm like, wow, that's AI, but that's very attractive. And then like another 6 months later, I'm like, damn, AI's got the jiggle right. But the problem was when I was paying attention to this, then I got fed nothing but pictures of women on here. But this is where it seems dark to me. I started to notice there were people popping up that were obviously underage. And I reported a number of them because you can do that. But then I was like realizing I'm afraid to even report this. Like, I don't want to see this. And more so than that, this freaks me out that this just exists this readily. Like, what has happened to our culture? And do we actually have a government anymore that gives a shit about anybody? Because this should not exist. I don't like it. Here's a dog biting something. I started to wonder, hold on. The government can easily track down pedophiles if they want to. You can, I heard this said somewhere else, just like Facebook and whatnot, you can track it down just by virtue of what people are doing and who they're talking to and what's going after. You can track all this shit down. In fact, I think what I'm gonna do in this video at the end, I'm just gonna call up some of my military special ops kind of ex-buddies and just ask them in this video, hey, if we could legally hunt down child traffickers, sex traffickers, and like pedophiles, would you be in? That'll be fun. But this shit exists. I'm not seeing any of it now, but I saw that stuff pop up in the past. So I wondered though, is it a trap? If we think the most positive thing about our government, they may throw that shit out there just to find these fucks. But I don't feel like that's the case because we'd hear more about it. So, but it could be a trap for something else. Or, and this is what I wonder, so like, because if somebody plants porn on some computer, you hear about people getting arrested, but you never see what it is. They just say how many things were there, how many files. Nothing. And then those people go away. So what constitutes that? If somebody goes to a porn site and is like scrolling through something and there's like a thumbnail that goes by, does that count? And I feel like people should know this because, and let's go to Grok. So Grok,
Yeah.
I asked it this: what percentage of civilian internet website traffic is pornography related? And Grok says around 30% of global internet traffic is estimated to be pornography related, according to multiple recent reports.
Can you hear me?
Widely cited since the 2013 analyst, but is often repeated without major issues, even it goes on. So 30%, right? And what's interesting, the Shift project, using 2018 data, provides a lower estimate. Pornographic videos accounted for 27% of all online video traffic, which itself made up about 60% of global data flows at the time, equating to roughly 16% of total internet data traffic. So that's a lot. Then I asked Grok this question: what percentage of publicly available pornography may be illegal and related to human trafficking and or underage individuals? Now, Grok says exact percentages are challenging to pinpoint due to the clandestine nature of illegal content, underreporting, rapid removal from public platforms, and the sheer scale of illegal pornography, estimated over 4.5 million sites and trillions of files globally. It's crazy. However, available data from credible monitoring organizations and analyses suggest that child sexual abuse material, CSAM, okay, involve underage individuals, yes. By the way, how much do you like Governor DeSantis in Florida right now invoking the death penalty for everybody who rapes a kid that's like 12 years old or younger? That's awesome. I will volunteer rope and I will pull the lever and tie the knot. Okay, so it says likely well under 0.2% based on what's there. But I don't know. I don't know about that. Search proxy estimate, approximately 0.17% of daily pornography-related search queries involve child pornography. Out of 68 million such queries, which comprise 25% of all internet searches. This suggests a similarly low proportion of content demand and availability on public sites. Like, who the is searching for this? The Internet Watch Foundation identified and acted on 291,270 web pages, because honestly, all this makes me uncomfortable. I truly despise it. Like, the United States has no problem killing women and children throughout the Middle East. Oh, and also Israel. But we can't go take out all the child sex traffickers. Like, people will volunteer for this and pay their own way. This actually disturbs me. So let me keep going. I already kind of hate this video. So I asked Grok this: what are the top 5 most popular pornography websites on the internet? And it says, number 1, Pornhub, the leading free video sharing platform for adult content. Okay. 1 is X-Hamster. I've never heard of that. I'm not going to ask questions about the name. The next one is xvideos.com. 1 is StripChat. Never heard of that. The other is XNXX. I've never heard of that either. Okay, so let's keep going, and then I'm going to these videos. Damn it. Like, I swear to God, I'll make the end of this video funny and or make people cheer, because I'm going to call my military buddies on the phone right now and see which one of them, if legal, and we got appointed to do it, would like to go out and hunt down child traffickers. Yeah, and pedophilias, pedophiliacs, what do you call them? Pedophiles, that's right. So I asked Grok a simple question: what is pornography? Pornography, common called porn, is any media, images, videos, text, audio, or interactive content created with the primary intent to sexually arouse the consumer. It's very broad. But that's actually interesting to think about objectively because, like I said, even a woman's naughty, dirty novel, like in a grocery store checkout line, is in fact pornography. And the fact that it's any media created with the primary intent to arouse the consumer means that it has a power over you. It's a bit like a drug, because it's not real. So anytime that something involves drugs, then it can be weaponized against you. Frankly, I wonder how much money the CIA has laundered and or made from illegal drug trafficking over continents, much of which is probably destroying the United States. I bet you it's a lot. Fuck them. Okay, so intent. Key features of porn. Designed to provoke sexual arousal, not education, art, or news. Explicitness. Typically shows genitals, sexual acts, or fetish content without censorship. Legal porn requires all participants to be consenting adults. Banned globally. Child sexual abuse material, non-consensual revenge porn, not good. Bestiality, extreme violence. It's kind of hard to be like funny and entertaining during this video. Moderation. Major platforms use AI plus human review to remove illegal content. Example, Pornhub's 2020 purge of 10+ million unverified videos. Okay. I don't want to do this. Okay, so I'm going to, on my phone, go to the homepage of these 5 porn sites. And I'm curious what is going to pop up. And maybe this is a terrible idea and I'm destroying my phone, but I'm doing it for a video, so here we go. I am 18 or older. Yeah. See. Okay, I'm out. I can't. All right, I'm not going to their sites. Okay, so like all the shit I just saw is right on the fucking edge of 18. And the last one, I'm like, there's no way that girl's 18. There's no fucking way. And I don't want to describe anymore. You know what? Fuck it. I'm calling my military buddies now. Okay, who do I want to call? I'll edit this because you don't need to know who. I'm gonna ask them if it's cool or whatnot. What time is it? Nah, it's not too late.
Telephone number.
I'll call another one. Maybe it's best that they don't answer. These are the ones that are in a reasonable time zone. They're probably available. I wonder if he's working.
You've reached.
I need a minute. Our piece of shit fucking government will lie to our faces to do regime changes and just destroy entire cultures and countries and parts of the world. It will traffic hard drugs through continents in our own to launder and make money for their own clandestine fuck projects. Our piece of shit Republicans says that we're killing all the right people. Which, if you're the case of the United States, includes women and children. Just because. Don't even get me started on Israel. But it does nothing to protect us, our culture, our morality, our family unit, our children. So our government people will just get bloodthirsty and kill whomever just because somebody lines their pockets. I just want to ask this. It's a question. This is a hypothetical question. It is by no means a call to action. So if they can do that, And there's no law being broken or accountability, because if it's war, it's not murder, right? It's a target. In fact, I think the Air Force changed what they call a kill. They don't call it a kill anymore. I should look that up. Why would they think that eventually all of the people, I'm going to say like every government in the world that's like this, why would they think that the people wouldn't one day go, hey, if we're just taking out the fucks that are ruining all of our lives, maybe that's morally okay. I was curious what Grok would say about this, because we're just going to talk about it on our own. What are the negative logistical, social, and psychological impacts of pornography? Logistical impacts: infrastructure and resources, bandwidth and energy drain. Now, this is interesting. Porn videos equate to 16% of global internet data traffic. 2018, the Shift Project. Streaming 1 hour of HD porn equals 0.3 to 1.5 kilowatt hour of electricity, equivalent to charging a phone 50 times. Now, I don't understand those numbers, because I'm assuming that doesn't mean one person on like a cell phone or a TV streaming an hour of porn or videos or anything. And what is the equivalent of that? Because 1.5 kilowatt hours of electricity is, if I'm not mistaken, enough to move a Tesla about 6 miles, which is a lot. And when I first read that the other day, I about had an existential crisis, because for a second I was thinking, wait a minute. Every idiot that's jerking off for an hour could have made a car go 6 miles? Our entire society is doomed. But I don't think that's the case, so let's move on. Server and CDN load. Top 5 sites, Pornhub, Xvideos, etc. 30 to 40 billion monthly visits. Strain on CDNs. Increased cost for all internet users. Great. Moderation costs. Platforms spend 100 million plus annually on AI/human review to remove the child stuff and non-consensual content. Social impacts. Normalization of violence. Yeah, we do that with fucking video games too. Oh God, I fucking hate our culture. And I'd heard that the private companies that own prisons went to the music industry, especially the black music industry, yes, for black people, and paid them to promote prison culture and going to jail. And I was reminded of that today because I was like, hey, what was that rap song that had a Lamborghini Gallardo in it? Oh, it's Akon, Smack That. And you look up the music video, and guess what? He's in jail, singing Smack That in a do-rag like a little bitch, and then gets out and is suddenly driving a Gallardo. But I move on. How much are we being destroyed by this? Relationship strain. No shit. 56% of divorce lawyers report porn as a cited factor in filings. Wow. Partners report reduced intimacy, trust issues, and use is secretive or excessive. Trafficking and exploitation link. Number 1 reported venue for sex trafficking. U.S. National Human Trafficking Hotline. 100 plus confirmed cases tied to major platforms. Can I volunteer to lead a tactical team? Like, let's just do it like they do in the Middle East or anywhere else and target it. Like, let me just pick my own ex-special ops guys. They'll bring their own equipment. Just give us, just give us carte blanche to just take these fucks out. Just take them out. Psychological impacts. Porn-induced erectile dysfunction. Compulsive use. Addiction-like. Desensitization and escalation. Yeah. Of the 5 pornography sites you listed above, which ones are privately owned? And they're all privately owned. Pornhub.com, its owner and parent company, is ILO. It's formerly MindGeek, a Cypriot-based private group. Acquired by Ethical Capital Partners. Yeah, in 2023. The next one here, X-Hamster, privately owned by Hammy Media in Cyprus. Cyprus? This other one, oh shoot, I went through, is in the Czech Republic. Long story short, they all are owned by like basically offshore shell companies, to not know who actually owns them, which makes me more think governments and intelligence agencies are involved. 2 of them are in Cyprus, 3, and 2 are in the Czech Republic. These companies prioritize EU tax havens, Cyprus and Czech Republic, over Middle Eastern jurisdiction. Look, I'm sorry this video isn't as brilliant. It's probably better than my military buddies didn't pick up. I don't know if they would have wanted to say, we probably would have said too much about what they would be more than happy to do. Let's go back to something a little nice, okay? Pin-up girls, painted. So, let's go to the 50s. Post-war, right? The 50s were not as hyper-conservative as everybody thinks they were, in my opinion. I wasn't there. But, okay, so this is pretty chill. This is a woman in a dress. She looks very attractive, and that's that. That's an example. Now, for the sake of YouTube, I'm not gonna show you the ones that here it gets a little more risque, a little more. But you know, here's the thing about this, and you guys can look this stuff up on your own. Oh, maybe was that 40s? That might have been late 40s. I bet you it was. But look at this. It's all just kind of risque and sexy relating to normal life. You know? Now, you guys may be laughing at me because you're going on whatever site and seeing whatever thing. By the way, if you know what 2 Girls 1 Cup is, great. I too was scarred with that. If you don't know what it is, keep it that way. And do not call me and say you looked it up. Why did you look it up? I'm telling you, don't. It's like I told you guys not to look up the artist Joel Peter Witkin. The freak went to Mexico to get cadavers to take pictures of them, and they teach that shit in American universities. I fucking hate it. Anyway, don't look that up. There's too much crap out there. But what I'm going with this is, why can't we go? Why can't we just? Yeah, you guys might laugh about boomers or whatever, but people look at this World War II vets and shit. Why is this not the thing? You know, like I can look at, maybe not that, in a YouTube video, like, if this was the pornographic material people are actually looking at now, don't you think we'd all get laid a lot more often instead of being on the internet? Don't you think, like, women would feel better and more empowered that, like, men like them just because they're sexy? Like, okay, she looks like every Halloween costume that American women wish they would before they started eating shit processed food from the 90s and everybody got fat. It's true, that's what happened. Hate me. But you know what? These girls aren't sticks. Men. If you want to know how the government ruined everybody's life and the CIA and everything, not only did they take good fine art away from all of us, like, this is what they took from us. Yes, I'm being serious. The family units, good sex, wanting to stay married. I'm telling you right now, it's the fucking government and CIA. The 60s got kind of attractive. They've got the art going on better there. Anyway, yeah, like, you know what was hot back then? Anne Margaret in Viva Las Vegas with Elvis Presley playing like a race car driver. She was pretty smoking. I don't know. Anyway, fucking porn. I'm really wondering if these sites aren't just a way to blackmail people. And I really wonder how many people get taken down that they're planting shit on them. I don't get it. You know, I mean, have I seen porn? Like, porn videos in my life? Yes, I have. I think the first time I saw that was in college, freshman year. Morrison Tower, South Campus, Ohio State, 9th floor, room on the south end of the wing, on the right, which is hilarious because somebody's probably in there watching this. Back in my day, we watched porn in your room, which is actually fucking weird. did we have a VHS tape back then? So somebody got it, and I'm like, okay, great. Sitting around with a bunch of dudes watching this. This is awkward. What are we doing? And that's funny. But if you think about it, before the internet, so when I was a kid, and we'd go out to eat with the parents, we go out in Tiffin, Ohio, to Reno's, the pizza place. Good place, family owned, still there, you should go. And after dinner, we would go walk to the magazine store, Paper and Ink, when it was still there. And I'd look at like radio control car and airplane magazines. My dad would look at car magazines, and then I'd look at car magazines. I don't know what my mom would look at. But there was the section, of course, with the wood that went so you can't see the covers and only the names. I knew what that was when I was a kid. You never could see it. They're in plastic sleeves. But that was the equivalent of porn back then. I guess unless you got VHS, which is probably like 70s and 80s Bush Fest. But I think we were all better off. I think all of society was better off before the internet. Because one, before the internet, you could be happy about your own culture and who you are, and not be like driven by guilt to hate yourself and be fighting all the time by global elites and shit governments, CIA, and every other fuck thing that wants to destroy our lives and manipulate us and control us. But if you think about it in terms of sex, like, were people sitting at home jerking off to magazines? I mean, some, but I feel like they went after the real thing more. I feel like that's healthier for society. You know, because it'll sort out. If that makes any sense at all. This is awkward. Fuck. But here we are. You know, and now AI's coming. So people are already like committing suicide because they think they have a relationship with AI. So what is AI porn gonna do to everybody? I mean, you know, Bill Gates is that sick freak that wants to depopulate the world. Like, just give him AI porn. You know, half America's already misshapen because our food is so disgusting and toxic. No, it's not actually your fault. It's the food. And it's our shit fuck government who doesn't care about any of us. So nobody's gonna get laid. I had a buddy, another military buddy. He was on a nuclear submarine. They're kind of funny. Anyway, interesting sense of humor, I mean. He moved out to the middle of effing nowhere in the West. Built his own house with his woman on the land. You know, they have animals and stuff, beautiful place. And I'm thinking like, that's neat, but damn, I could never do that. But I gotta be honest, right now, I think I might wanna go move to the middle of nowhere. Society sucks. Young people get mad when we talk about the video games making you violent and disconnected from others. That's all you're doing is simulating killing people in war all day long. Like you don't think about it, like that doesn't have an effect. Porn? So easily? Nobody's gonna go chase tail anymore. You know, I mean, think about what we did in civilization when it was harder to see titties. Now look at everybody. Nothing. Which is funny, but it's kind of true. The mean feminists who are just ugly chicks who don't get laid, and want to blame somebody else. They'll say, ooh, Joy, you're flexing, you have all these cars. Did you have a small penis? No, and no. I like racing, which is competition, and I have a mechanical mind, and I'm just into it. But in a sense, yes, actually, because all competition on Earth with all living things is to procreate. That literally is survival of the fittest. So for men, the smarter, the higher level of emotional intelligence, as well as normal intelligence, you know, the better genes, the healthier they are, the more competitive, the ability to win, beat others, have nice things, create, Unless I'm crazy, those things do kind of help make you attractive to a mate. And the same thing holds true in the animal kingdom. So, why don't we just be honest with ourselves? So I guess I would say this to everybody that's like using porn or addicted to it. How much time are you wasting? How much drive are you wasting? What if you just don't? Can't get laid? Think chicks are stupid? Okay. Go build something. Fix up a car or motorcycle. Look at me. I have many cars and motorcycles and they're very nice. I have had many a day not getting laid. But I channeled it like a man, an all-American man. Build something. Fix up a house. Build a race car. Porn? Really? I mean, you really want to sit on the sidelines, watch the sport? You want to go play ball? I hate the internet. I know I'm on the internet and we're communicating with it, but like, it's a huge thing of what's destroyed society. Not just people connecting, but like what clearly controlling entities are doing it to the people with it. But that's been happening for all time. Just the 20th century had lots more power to be able to do it. But I guess that's what happens when you're in a civilization that's on the decline or on the fall. I just hate watching it. Because where is there left to go? But I'm telling you right now, the government, if they wanted to, they could wipe out all the child sex traffickers. But I have a feeling it's mostly just like the CIA wanting to launder money through illicit drugs in the past. They're the fucks probably doing it. And they're the fucks using it tactically against others. They're not there in our best interest. I bet you, shit. In this, comment below, are you a veteran of the United States Armed Services? If legal to do so, and you had a job, would you take a job immediately to go hunt down all child traffickers and predators? I would. Also, I'm not telling anybody to go do that on their own. Maybe if the United States and the Israeli government weren't so busy killing women and children for no good reason, they could start wiping out some of these fucks. Or maybe we don't actually have a government. The thoughts going through my head right now relate to when other people like to talk about or mention wood chippers as a tool. Okay, I should just go. I think this is all a trap. You guys stop jerking to porn. Like, I think the government's just trying to destroy us all. And you could go build something and make your life better. Remember, fat chicks need love too. Okay? That might get me in trouble, but it's true. It's true. And ladies and men, you have realistic expectations. Look in the mirror. Personality counts. The date might have a good heart and a great personality. That's also a place that porn in Hollywood is ruining our lives. And go do the best you can. And treat people with respect and dignity. We're all human beings. We all have a heart. We all have a soul. Actually, that's not true. There's a lot of people with no heart and no soul. I've bumped into too many clinical psychopaths, and I fucking hate them. But, like, get on with your life. Sex is fun. It feels great. It's also a great way to connect with somebody and ideally build a life together with in the future. And you're actually better off together than apart. My life would not be as good if I was still single. It wouldn't. It wouldn't be as fulfilled. I wouldn't have stability or anything nice. So if your dream is to drive a car like this and be single, I would urge you to think and explore beyond that. That's pretty shallow. Hey, call me up. Actually, my one buddy was gonna go down and contract to shoot up drug cartels south of the border. Hey, if we ever get the chance to shoot up child traffickers, count me in too.
Eh. All's okay. Hello, say again?
Yeah.
There we go.
Slept all day.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't sleep last night.
Sorry to hear that.
Have you ever used a Tamagotchi?
Yeah, I'm terrible with those.
I just got a new one. It's in the mail.
Nice.
I bought some detox gummies for his test.
I heard.
Get the iron out of my body.
Yeah. Magic Knight Ray Earth. Do you know about Magic Knight Ray Earth?
No.
It's one of the easiest reads ever.
Text it to me?
It's so easy of a read, its message will probably go way over your head. One minute. It's not like the deepest story by any means. It's actually pretty thin, but it's still got a really important message.
Oh, it's a manga.
子供向けのテレビ番組みたいですけれど、戒めの風、これで終わりです。重たい攻撃です。
It's literally a kaiju straight out of a tokusatsu show. Too much flourish, not enough substance, says the fencer lady. Now to finish one of the units off with the battleship.
1番、2番衝撃砲、攻撃用意。了解。1番、2番衝撃砲、攻撃用意。目標、インレンジ。撃ち方始め。
I'd be able to destroy over 6,000 battleships with one of these shots in our modern era. Hit point. Ha ha, hit point. A mobile suit supposedly has like 6,000 to 7,000 hit points or so when it's all suited up and armored. And a good mobile suit at least. Weaker ones are like 25,000 still, or 2,500 rather. 5,000's a battleship. A big battleship too. Do you know anything about the Lelouch story?
No.
I've only seen like a few episodes and got a ton of lore just from paying attention to those few episodes, and then I've heard people talk about it, so then my brain strung together all the details, and I have a vague idea of what happened. Basically, the world got took over by Britain with giant robots in World War I and II, I think, is alternate history. And then, so Japan was like, oh yeah, we're the best giant robot makers in the world. And I think the story takes place in like the 50s and 60s, is what it feels like. But they have technology that's kind of closer to today. It's weird. But yeah. But then after, like, there's big jumps in time, so, like, at the end of the series, or at least so far, or something, oh boy, yeah. But this game says, nope, that didn't happen, and it has its own original content around the ending of that series.
Oh.
That continues it now, in Super Robot Wars 30, which will probably get released as a manga later, knowing our luck. When you try to melee the speed unit, that goes like 3 times faster than you. Oh my god, they dealt 1/10 of my health to my super robot. The one super robot I have on my team. I probably almost one-shot it. Yup, I took out almost all of its health except for like 1/8. Oh, sick! The super robots support defending the magic medium robot lady, which also acts like a super robot, but it has the defense of a medium robot. Huh! It took no damage because of its special abilities. We have a barrier, you know. I did not know that, thank you. And then it gets rapiered. Sliced up by a sword. Called a rapier. Well, it's probably not specifically a rapier, but it might be. They shoot a fireball right on the ship. They're like, the enemy is significantly weaker than we've calculated. Well, we can't just let them do that anyway. Prepare the impact cannons. Mispa just interrupts the other person because I fast forwarded a little. She's like, just fire it! The way it came in.
I'll be right back.
Hey. Hey,
はい。
その鈍重さでこっちを捉え
hope all's going okay.
Yeah, everything's going okay.
Good.
What about you?
Say again?
What about you?
Not bad, just enjoying myself here before I go meditate and go back.
Oh, okay.
What are you up to?
I was reading.
Oh, what happened?
Stamina ran out.
Sorry, my brain didn't piece together what you said. Say it one more time.
中はレイヤースが止める
Stamina ran out.
Oh, okay.
炎のプログラムにあらが見える。許せませんね。懐に潜り込みます。
Have you heard of Oh My Goddess or Magic Knight Rare?
I watched the episode of Oh My God, It's with you.
イカルガに全くついてこられませんね。
Was it like the beginning of it?
敵とあ
Yeah.
ら容赦はしません。
How far did you get?
突撃です。
First episode.
Did they get to the temple?
Yeah.
Did she fix the temple?
Yeah.
Did her sister show up yet?
No.
Oh, you'd love her sister. Oh my god.
僕だってこのくらい。超 AI だったら仲間になれるのに。アーカムリングプラス。ブロークファントム。
Oh. Do you know who Beldandy's sister is in the Oh My Goddess manga? And show and all that?
こちらに分があるようです。
Nope.
てる人たちは高々
Erd. U-R-D.
やるよ。レイヤース。
Oh, that's an interesting name.
And then their younger sister, both of them, that one comes in later, named Skuld. S-K-U-L-D. You might want to check out Erd's character design. It's one of my favorite characters ever.
Um,
Eh,
Hello.
hope all is okay.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Good, good. Holy shit, I just one-shot that thing.
I'm looking at custom-made fabric by the yard.
Oh wow, really?
Should I send them some pictures?
Sure, yeah.
You can get UV fabric too, blacklight fabric by the yard. And then you can make clothes out of it.
That's awesome.
So I can make Arkology clothes. That's blacklight.
And I immediately had an answer, not from any political science class, but from Gundam Wing. We're talking a cartoon about giant robots that I would watch on Toonami when I was about their age. So how the hell does that work?
Step on it, Daddy!
It won't be easy, but I'll try and destroy it.
Who would have guessed Gundams had this much power?
Mission accepted.
So this summer at Comic-Con, I got to watch the original English voice actor celebrate 30 years of Gundam Wing. And in that video, something clicked. Something about why this show from childhood keeps coming back up when my kids ask questions about their world. The show itself follows 5 teenage pilots, Hiro, Duo, Trowa, Quattro, and Rufei, sent from space colonies to Earth to fight back against the United Earth Sphere Alliance. But there's this shadowy military organization pulling strings behind the alliance called Oz, the organization of the Zodiac. Now, if you're sitting here thinking, like, what the hell is Oz? Why is Ariana Grande involved? And I thought this was about robots. I mean, just hang in here with me. We aren't defying gravity just yet. I mean, we're in space. There is no gravity. So we'll get into who these people are and why it matters. But first, you need to understand something. Frameworks that are planted in childhood end up activating years later when you actually need them. It's like the Winter Soldier, except with media literacy. So, Gundam Wing, if you've never heard of it, rude, but honestly, why wouldn't you? I mean, it aired on Toonami way back in 2000. Space colonies fighting back against Earth's imperial control. Giant robots, teenage pilots. It seems like pure entertainment, the standard anime stuff that we all grew up watching. But to understand why it hit so hard, you need to have a little bit of context about what came before it. So, Mobile Suit Gundam, the 1979 original, revolutionized anime not because of giant robots, those already existed for decades, but because creator Yoshiyuki Tomino used those robots to explore war's psychological reality. Think about how most media portrays war. Heroes versus villains, good guys win, bad guys lose, and everyone goes home at the end of the day. Simple. It's like the playground version of war. Tomino showed me something very different. There are no pure heroes or villains, only people on different sides of complex conflicts making impossible choices. When my kids ask about conflicts now, playground fights, political disputes, and international wars, I approach it in a very similar way. Both sides have people who believe that at the end of the day that they are right, but the key factor is figuring out what each side wants and why. You have to extract the complexity instead of just accepting the surface level.
Whatever it lands on when the
original
cooldown
Gundam,
kicks
the Earth
in
Federation
is what you
presents
get.
as legitimate government but
That's
operates
what I'm
as
gonna do from
colonial
now on.
power. Zeon positions as liberation movement but commits genocide pursuing their goals. Most importantly, war traumatizes everyone. The protagonist doesn't become stronger through combat, he becomes more psychologically damaged. By 1995, Gundam Wing took this further. Space colonies controlled through military force and economic exploitation. Peaceful resistance fails when assassins murder the pacifist leader. 5 teenage pilots get sent to Earth to fight back. And here was what 11-year-old me was watching during those Toonami blocks. The United Earth Sphere Alliance looks like a regular world government they present as the authority that keeps peace. But there's this military organization called Oz, Operation of the Zodiac. They are elite soldiers with experimental mobile suits and special operations. They look like they serve the Alliance. But in reality, Oz actually serves someone else, the Romefeller Foundation. Think old European aristocrats who've been pulling the strings since the 1860s. They own the weapon factories, they own the supply routes, they profit from the wars that they engineer. Now, watch how this plays out. The Alliance thinks that Oz takes orders from them, but Oz leadership receives direct orders from Romefeller. The Alliance is the front, and Romefeller is the actual power. The capitalism is the one that's running the strings. When Oz stages a coup and dissolves the Alliance, most characters are shocked, but Wing showed viewers the evidence episodes earlier. The whole thesis of this show is official hierarchy versus actual power flow. Back in 1961, President Eisenhower's farewell address warns about the incoming military-industrial complex. Defense contractors and military officials gaining unwarranted influence over government policy because they profit from continued conflict.
We must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist. We must never let the weight of this combination endanger our liberty or democratic process. We should take nothing for granted. Only an alert and knowledgeable citizenry can compel the proper meshing of the huge industrial and military machinery of defense with our peaceful methods and goals, so that security and liberty may prosper together.
Does that sound familiar to the Romefeller organization? And then the next year, 1962, Operation Northwoods. Declassified documentation shows the Joint Chiefs of Staff proposed staging false flag attacks on American soil to justify military intervention. President Kennedy, newly inaugurated, immediately rejected it. But the whole point of the matter is that the Joint Chiefs planned this without any type of presidential authorization. The official chain of command versus the actual operational planning, the hierarchy versus the flow. And I think the real important part about this is the timing. The timing is all that really matters. I was absorbing Gundam Wing during a post 9/11 America. I was 11 through 13 watching this show while adults debated about whether invading Iraq was really about oil or weapons of mass destruction or spreading democracy. I wasn't old enough to really understand the resource geopolitics, but Wing had showed me official explanations and actual motivations can diverge and quite hard.
There are things we know. We also know there are known unknowns. That is to say, we know there's some things we do not know. But there are also unknown unknowns. The ones we don't know, we don't know.
So you understand the words I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns. But there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
What?
Say what again? Say what again?
And honestly, that terrified me as a kid, realizing adults didn't have clear answers. Watching leaders confidently assert things that contradicted each other. Wing gave me something to hold on to in that uncertainty. People in power often don't know either, and they're just better at pretending, which is something that is scary and comforting at the same time. The Gundam pilots themselves keep getting mission briefings. This target is a legitimate military threat. They complete the missions and then they discover that the military facility was civilian infrastructure, or the intelligence was planted to make them attack colonial allies. Every pilot eventually faces this crisis. How do I know my next mission briefing is accurate? If I can't verify information independently, how do I make ethical choices? Wing doesn't give them an easy answer. The pilots can't trust their information, but they still have to make decisions. They still have to act. Wing forces them and us watching to sit with that discomfort. So let's address what you're probably thinking. This is an anime about child soldiers. Are you really saying that this is good for kids? And I mean, that is a fair question, but let me show you how Wing handles it, because you're wrong. So, Duo Maxwell, my favorite character, he grew up in the Maxwell Church Orphanage. Episode 0 shows the massacre when he was around 7 or 8 years old. Alliance forces and rebels turning the church into a battlefield. Father Maxwell, Sister Helen, and every kid that he grew up with, Solo, the older boy that protected him, they all died in this battle. His entire community was erased in just one afternoon. When scientists recruiting Gundam pilots found him, violence wasn't philosophy, it was the only language that he knew, and it made sense after watching everyone that he loved die. He called himself the god of death, and I mean, he jokes about it constantly too. It's partly because he's edgy, but that's also because that's the only way he knows how to cope with the death that formulated his entire existence. Chang Wu-Fei was a scholar at 14. Episode 0 shows his arranged marriage to Long Mayari, a warrior who delivered justice while Wu-Fei believed that justice didn't exist. When Alliance forces attacked their colony with biological weapons, Mayari took the prototype Tallgeese and fought back. Wu Fei grabbed the incomplete Shenlong Gundam to save her, and when a Leo self-destructed nearby Wu Fei, Marine threw herself between them and the explosion ended up killing her. She died in his arms, a very common thing you're gonna hear here. Wu Fei took this name and renamed his Gundam. He talks to his Gundam like his long-lost fiance is still there. In an attempt to carry out her philosophy through conviction, every conversation that he has with his wife is essentially part of every battle, seeing whether or not he is worthy of her conviction. Like, you see the Ava seeds in here? Let's go to our main character, Hito Yui, the stoic soldier, the perfect pilot, and he follows orders without question. Episode 10. Hito, distracted by defeat, when Oz threatens to destroy colonies if the pilots don't surrender, Dr. J announces us that they'll surrender, but they won't hand over the Gundams. Hito, standing on Wing Gundam's hatch, pulls out the self-destruct switch, whispers, "Mission accepted," and detonates the Gundam with himself on it. He survives, barely, and he spends many episodes recovering, visibly suffering from the consequences of his actions. Which, I mean, let's be honest, good. When he initially meets Relena, he aims his gun right at her face because of the fact that he's so dedicated to his mission that just eliminating a civilian to protect his identity, it just doesn't matter. Over 49 episodes, Hito transforms from somebody who will do anything at all costs to complete his mission because that's all that his life means to him, to being someone who fights to protect the people that he loves. Next we have Quattro Winner, the pacifist pilot who fights only to protect. His father leads a peaceful colonial resistance until the powers that be find a way to turn that upside down. In the episodes that follow Quattro's grief from the fallout of those events, he ends up interfacing with the Zero interface, and the informational overload temporarily drives him insane. And in this mix of rage and grief and confusion, he nearly kills his allies. The show doesn't glorify this. The show shows that it shows trauma destroying someone's moral center. As he recovers, he ends up being completely changed by it. He ends up cautious. He ends up a lot more quiet, even more than he already was. He ends up permanently scarred by this. And then we have Troa Barton, the child soldier who has no memories before the age of 4. He was raised by mercenaries to be able to pilot mobile suits by the time that he was 10 years old. He had no name, no past, he had no anchor. At 15, he was working as a mechanic on Gundam Heavy Arms, and he witnesses the murder of the original Troa Barton, the actual pilot. The killers ask him his name. He says that he has none, so he takes the dead boy's identity. Very Don Draper. He performs as a circus acrobat between missions, and it's really the only time that he expresses any type of feelings that resemble joy. Late series, he takes a direct hit protecting a colony, loses his memory completely. His sister Catherine finds him and just cares for him. No expectation that he'll remember her, no pushing him to fight again. When his memories return, Troa chooses to fight, but differently. Less reckless, more protective, the show demonstrates that connection and care can reshape how we engage with conflict. This isn't glorifying violence, it's showing that violence costs something. Every battle leaves psychological scars. Every choice to fight requires some type of justification. And I was watching these types of shows while my classmates played war-themed video games, a lot of them centered around World War II, where these games had very black and white heroes, and death wasn't really a consequence because all you would do is just respawn and try again. It didn't really make an attempt to show what this was really like, but Wing showed me something different, that these actions have weight and that violence isn't just sweet Sakuga spectacle, but at the end of the day, it still is something that sticks with you. And like, when my kids ask about violence, because they do, because
Say the line, Bart!
we grow up in a world where we live in a society where we have school shootings and police brutality, I can't really pretend that these types of things don't exist. But I think at the end of the day, the main statement is whether or not violence is bad is just, when is violence actually justified for what you're trying to do? And the battle scars that I just showed you, the Void in Troa, the Disassociation in Hito, and the Grief weapon in Wu Fei, they set up Wing's most uncomfortable question. What happens when the people that are demanding peace have never experienced what creates soldiers like this? Enter Relena Peacecrab. She adopts total pacifism and refuses military action even under direct attack. The Saint Kingdom disarms completely, turns the other cheek as literal foreign policy. For those unfamiliar, she's asking war-traumatized 15-year-olds to stop fighting while her nation provides no actual mechanism to address systems that broke them in the first place. It's a very liberal take of just stop fighting and we'll figure it out later. I mean, I'm not saying that she's wrong, I'm just extracting a pattern that is very explicitly at least explored within this anime. It's the pacifist rhetoric that gets weaponized by the systems that it's meant to try to resist. Like, watch how this happens. So Romfeller, the old money power, is actually in charge. The actual power structures, they don't respect Relena's pacifism. They weaponize it. They invade knowing that she won't fight back, eliminating threats without really expending any resources. Her moral authority, earned through personal sacrifice, becomes strategic cover for the violence that she is oppressing. And in my opinion, this is the extraction point that Wing kind of offers, or at least suggests. Peace rhetoric, that is rhetoric divorced from material reality, creates the permission structures for existing power to just consolidate. When you ask people to stop resisting without dismantling what they're resisting first, you're not promoting peace, you're promoting surrender to whoever currently holds power. Once you recognize this framework, it's really hard to not recognize it everywhere else. Why are you so angry? More division doesn't solve anything. And in translation, it means stop resisting in ways that make me uncomfortable while the systems harming you continue unchanged. When people are saying that we need unity and not protest, or they need a protest the right way, it's the exact same type of doublespeak. Violence is never the answer, so accept the violence already being done to you just quietly. So in 2016, the Cambridge Analytica revelations kind of came to light. If you missed this, this was a political consulting firm that harvested data from 87 million Facebook profiles without consent. And then they used psychological profiling to micro-target voters with personalized political messaging. But here's what made it more insidious than regular advertising. They weren't just lying to everyone uniformly. They were feeding different groups different narratives designed to create conflict between groups who might otherwise find common causes. Tell one demographic that immigrants are taking their jobs, tell another that welfare recipients are draining resources, and then tell a third that both previous groups are the real problem. Each message custom tailored using harvested psychological profiles to trigger a maximum emotional response with minimum cross-communication. The goal wasn't persuasion, it was fracturing potential coalitions before they could even recognize shared interest. This is Oz's playbook right there, industrialized through algorithmic precision. So how and why is it a cartoon about space robots prepare me to be a parent in 2025? Well, first off, the future is stupid. But second off, because Wing showed me patterns that stayed dormant until real-world context achieved them. I didn't learn shadow governments exist as abstract theory. I absorbed pattern recognition at 11. Official story and actual power can diverge. You can also thank Chappelle's show for that.
You might speak 16 languages, but you gonna need them when you in Times Square selling fake hats. I know Gucci when I see it, nigga, I'm rich.
So one comment that I see a lot of my videos is essentially just let kids be kids. But I mean, here's the things that they're seeing. Every day they're seeing people going out there protesting things that even my children know are obviously wrong. And then they see people on the news and in more mainstream media saying that they're not doing it the right way or they're just not understanding. And I mean, it all just comes back to what Gundam Wing taught me. The systems being resisted always police the methods of resistance. Oz doesn't tell the colonies that your grievances are invalid. They say, we understand your concerns, but terrorism is just never the answer. They frame the Gundam pilots as extremists while presenting themselves as reasonable authorities maintaining order. I mean, does that sound familiar? The exact mechanism that Relena's pacifism enabled, where the powerful define which resistance tactics are legitimate, that's how resistance gets neutralized before it threatens actual power. And this connects directly to Cambridge Analytica's playbook. They didn't just fragment potential coalitions with contradictory messaging, they amplified the peace policing rhetoric that keeps resistance movements fighting over tactics instead of building power. So there's a reason that people want to paint media literacy as cringe. It's because even just anime like Gundam Wing showed that sophisticated political education can happen through media that seems like it's just pure entertainment. That terrifies people who benefit from populations that don't ever question official narratives. When somebody tells you, oh, it's just not that deep, about media demonstrating power dynamics, when they mock things like media literacy, they're protecting something. And who really benefits if you don't believe in the worthiness of just even having a cursory analyzation of media, just a basic semblance, a crumb of literacy? Like, my kids are able to start extracting these dynamics now at freaking 12, 10, 8, and 6. Like, my kids, they are all mixed race, and they are navigating a world where people demand that they categorize themselves within certain boxes. Whether that be their race, their identity, who they're attracted to, anything like that. They already experience how people in authority use language and in negative ways to control the narratives about how they live their own life or will live their life when they're older. Like, my kids have already been asked, what are you? And they are being demanded that they frame their entire experience into just a couple of boxes. So no, I'm not thinking too deep about it, because at least for people like me, this is just daily survival. When my 10-year-old son watches Avatar and spots the Fire Nation sharing prosperity rhetoric, he doesn't need me to explain manifest destiny. He can clock that pretty quickly, not because I lectured it perfectly with, slideshows and PowerPoints. Same thing, I know. But because they've all seen this movie before. Wing showed me that third parties, especially with very concentrated interests, can manipulate government entities and government policies through noble-sounding justifications. Avatar showed my kids Fire Nation doing the exact same thing with different aesthetics, and when we talk about actual history, they recognize that pattern being a third time. If you've watched my videos about 90s cartoons, you know that this isn't new. Captain Planet's corporate villains, get him out of here! He's got AIDS! Miss Gropke's questioning whose version of history we're learning, and Hey Arnold showing how systems fail vulnerable communities. They were all teaching the same analytical moves. Ask who benefits, notice what's missing, recognize that stated intentions and actual outcomes divert. And at the end of the day, it's us against them. Wing just found another way to do it with giant robots and colonial resistance theory. Those shows have done such a great job in being able to have me find ways to express and relate a lot of hardcore real-world concepts into a way that is more palatable and, let's say, a little bit less existential. They notice narrative control before they understand the term. The recognition comes first and the vocabulary comes later. It's the most important part of learning any new language. Recognition coming first. When they encounter actual history, actual conflicts, actual informational warfare, which they already are, then these frameworks activate automatically and they can go full Winter Soldier mode. Or Jason Bourne, pick whatever you want, or Spy Kids.
You think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created?
You gotta remember, at the end of the day, kids are smart. They're really, really smart. Wing proved that by trusting us with colonial resistance theory at 11. And they also trusted these freaking 13, 14-year-old kids to pilot mecha robots that are the size of very large buildings. So, to wrap up, my daughter's question about politicians wasn't random curiosity, it was a planted network framework activating. Gundam Wing demonstrated at her age and my age at the time that stated policy and actual power can diverge, that official channels can be fronts, and that you identify real power by following who benefits and not who's speaking. 20 plus years later, those patterns gave me answers when my kids needed them. But our kids won't stumble into this through afternoon cartoons, because afternoon cartoons don't exist anymore. That's why I find this crossroads of parenting and media literacy something that is very important that, no one is really talking about right now. When my kids ask about power dynamics, and they do, constantly, because we live in hell, I'm not giving them scripts to memorize, I'm showing them the questions that already live in my head because they've been planted there at 11 years old. And the thing is, I'm not stealing their childhood, that's trusting their intelligence and respecting their reality. So if you made it this far, then that means that you also are probably seeing a lot of the similar frameworks in different types of media like I do. And And that's why you are probably going to subscribe after this, because you are cool like me. Alright, so my last question to you as I gracefully segue into the outro here, I want you to give me an example of just some piece of media that once you started realizing the subtext or the undertones or the underlying message or what have you, once that all clicked, that in its own way completely changed how you saw the world, how you saw media, or anything like that. As you can tell, I really like analyzing media, so I really want to know what was that one piece of media that changed everything for you? Because you know what, I'm taking notes. I'm probably going to steal some of your guys' ideas for future content. So with that in mind, we are now officially in the outro. I tricked you. You've now made it to the end of the video. Congrats. And if you made it this far, you should probably like and subscribe. I want to thank you for your patience while I got this video out. Halloween. Lots of stuff going on. But I'm going to try to record a couple videos today, and I'm really hoping that I can have a lot of stuff for you for the rest of the year. So, with all that in mind, I'm still trying to get to 30,000 subscribers. It's pretty much a bit of a reach for the stars type of thing now, but I don't care. It's nice to have some stretch goals, you know. So 30,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. Let's make it happen. Doobie 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 doo, blah 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 blah. Thank you again for watching, and thank you again. I love you all. To quote Elio, okay, I love you. Bye.
More like wax. This guy goes wax tomb mirror. Putting so much effort. He's not just saying tomb. have no fear of monsters or specters. My name is Hunger Vongvol, the sword that cleaves evil. Behold the wrath of flames, cloud's blade. Roar, Tai Gengar. This attack, it's so great. Chester! It is one hit, one shot's a freaking Diamond Godzilla. There's nothing my Zankanto cannot cut. It's a giant robot armored dude on a giant robot horse with a gigantic sword. It's pretty awesome, hilarious. Oh, multi-action. I get to do it again! I can do it again! Fine. Let me turn the animation. There we go. Who sent the kaiju? He does his quote again. Finally hops off the horse. Just to jump into the air really high. And screams out where he's gonna hit, and then cuts the chest of the thing. Oh yeah, he has hitting away, sick. Just like cavalry in real life. Whoa.
Hello, hello.
Hey, like.
Oh no. Hold on a second. There.
Hey, Light, hope you're okay.
I'm alright. I mean, I just finished a very long day of work. My last day of work for the next 11 days. 12 days.
Oh, goodness.
I know. I'm going to DC tomorrow morning. At least if my flight doesn't get canceled or delayed.
Hopefully not.
I mean, it's whatever, I'm whatever, I'm gonna flow with whatever happens. I'm just so like, today was so much. Cause, I take care of everything. Like, it's like I'm trying to get her this dental surgery procedure. So I'm trying to go through UCLA and it's like this whole thing. And so I just have to package that up and I leave these routine guides for the agency that's going to be, taking my place. But then there's all the other things that I do, you know what I mean? Like patient advocacy and all this other stuff. So much. So anyway. I use AI a lot. I use AI a lot in what I do because because it's useful.
Yes.
The analysis of it all, and especially when it comes to medical things and programs and
Whoa. It can do what this beam looks like it's doing.
So how are you, Chris?
Up, down, all around, but 100% good. Did I mention my place of residence has been, I don't want to use the word threatened, but basically.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking, like, so what's the status on that?
Same old until Tuesday. They either make a move or they play nice. If they make a move, I'm pretty sure nothing
I understand,
can be done.
What is going on? Like, how all of a sudden is it not your place?
Well, I haven't had it properly clarified. Why is it so high when I've been asking for 3 months straight, and then we've never really demanded the payment, and I was making sure that was correct in the first place before I did anything. And so now we're coming into, oh, it was wrong, and so it needs to be adjusted down, and I feel like they're just trying to wait 3 months so they can rack up a bunch of debt and then try to kick me out. And it's like some preconceived notion, and then they don't realize that there are protections. There are protections that are very important that will make it so that it's kind of illegal to do that. So yeah, I'm trying not to say or do anything, and if they want to be, unkind, I can be unkind. Or if they want to allow me to show that I can work hard, then let me do my thing. I'm not gonna try and skip town if we play nice. It's all in the play nice. How hard is that? Well, I wouldn't skip town in the first place, but still. It depends on how much they're trying to be, untoward about things. But yeah, I basically have protections that say, no, yeah, this is not okay to do to Chris. Because this is, well, for one, we're coming into winter. For two, we have not only protections for winter hazard, but we also have protections for, did I ever mention I have Asperger's? Well, a pre-diagnosis, and several other therapists and mental health experts the world over who've met me and or had an appointment say, yeah, you do probably need to be on disability. Not because, like, I'm dumb, but because of how I need extra time to do stuff. I need just a little bit extra, but when I do have that, I do all sorts of crazy good stuff to help everybody usually. It's weird.
When your password's so long, you get it wrong.
Sorry, say again.
No, did you hear what I said? I thought I got disconnected.
You're connected, but there's a particular robot there. Her music's extra loud. Sorry. I had to turn you up.
No, I don't know, don't listen to me. I'm being...
You had a tough time.
You gotta get diagnosed. Officially, right?
The pre-diagnosis is enough. And then the Coleman's, well, not just protection, but even just if I were simply even just applying for, you know, what they said I should be on. And like that, then cause housing to basically lock up for that person. They don't have to worry about it until the end of hearing that. And so, yeah. If they try to breach that last one, that last part is like, oh, that's like us doing a little speeding, if you know what I'm saying. That's like somebody running a red light, no seat belt and all that going on. And you know, cruiser's just right there. And this passerby just points and goes, well, what do you think the cop's gonna do? Even if they're, you know, on the take, they have to go, I gotta do it, dang it, you know? And from what I understand, well, what happened here, even with the state, is locking a little. Like, it'll still do the process and stuff, but they're also impacted somewhat. Which means it's gonna take even longer than normal, and before it took a long time. So... and it was literally right when I was like, hey, we gotta start taking care of this. How much? And then they just were not nice. How dare you ask that question? Really? Like, excuse me?
Excuse me?
Isn't it literally today that we finished making the arrangements so I know exactly what to achieve? Oh? And then she laid out a plan. And then backed off of the plan. It's like, she just doesn't know who I am anymore.
Who?
Probably the landlady. That or corporate really pushed her on trying to get me out of there, even though literally her and I negotiated that we would finish negotiating and take care of that day. And it's like, hello?
How have you been sleeping?
Pretty soundly, actually. I dream of flying ball bearings and not nice things going away.
What do you mean not nice things going on?
Like if there was like evil Godzillas and all sorts of stuff like that, and then just avalanche claymore happens at them, and it's just tons and tons of titanium bearings. And not just tiny ones, we're talking each one is like the size of a car.
What's the size of a car?
The titanium bearing, of which there are some.
And just in your dream, like, what is it doing?
Well, did you see the Altice and Reese, or whatever it was called, on that one All Attacks video with the cool music? The red mech?
The one you posted?
Yeah. Let me see if I can dig.
Yeah.
Well, it's like its last attack, rather, before it does its super attack, when it combines all of it together. Its last strongest singular attack is the Avalanche Claymore. And it's basically, are you familiar with the idea of a stack gun?
Yeah.
It's like if a stack gun was also sort of a shotgun thing going on, but is in the shape of the Claymore, which is a rectangle, and it has two of them on its shoulders, and it can fire them like 4 to 8 times, and it just launches so many ball bearings that the attack animation, they just keep hitting. It's like so it's like, 3, 4, 5 seconds almost of them just getting hit by car-sized ball bearings. I don't think Godzilla could fight that very well.
Jeez.
Bless. Be more. Grand rising, grand setting.
Whee! Oh my god, I can't believe I'm off for like 12 days.
Did you know? Oh, sorry, what'd they say?
I just said hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
It's so foreign that someone finally says it in a happy, non-ironic tone. I almost couldn't register the word. It's beautiful.
Isn't it though? It feels good to say it.
Hey, Kaki, are you okay?
Yeah, I don't do
Nice. Oh, I've got quite the days ahead of me. My mom, oh boy. Bless her heart. She's a lot. Might be a lot. And that's okay. Because this is part of my training. You know what I mean?
Yep.
This is deep shadow shit, dude. Like, it's my background, my upbringing. Like, there's so much there.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's crazy. It's just crazy. It's fucking insane. Like, just what's going on right now in the world, in my life. Like, it's one extreme shifting, going to the other extreme. You know, flying during a government shutdown where they're canceling flights, delaying flights. It's the craziest thing ever. And this is where we're choosing to go. I'm taking my mom back to she's in LA right now. Flying back to her place, huh?
How does that work out? Like, don't they have to have them, but aren't they not getting paid? Like, what is happening?
Now here's the thing, like, okay, so the air traffic controllers, none of them are getting paid, and this is like the second month.
Whoa. So these are like the rich ones that can just do it, and the dedicated ones are like,
They're jacked, and because with the air traffic controllers, you see, because inbound is not the same as outbound, so you can't just interchangeably use air traffic controllers like, oh, it's true, they're very niche sectors within the entire thing. Like, you don't, it's not just willy-nilly you can switch people out. So that being said, there are but so many people for so many things, and with all the not paying, people are getting second jobs, they're not sleeping properly, or they're not showing up, they're calling in sick. And that is making our skies very unsafe.
where's fucking Elon and fucking Gates?
So the FAA said, this is not safe anymore. And it's not sustainable. Something's going to happen. And so they told all the airlines, you need to reduce your air traffic by 4%. So they all went scrambling to figure out which airports to isolate. Of course, LAX is one of them. So is Dulles International, where, in Washington, D.C., where I'm going. So, but you see, the fact that it's a straight shot, it's in considerable cities. So hopefully it's not going to be an issue. But there were 256 flights delayed yesterday at LAX. And like 56 cancellations. Yeah, that's very significant.
Yes.
So anyways, it's just, to me, I said I would drive. I told my mom, I could drive. You want to drive all across the country? Yeah, I've done it before a couple times. It's going to take 5 days. No, it can take 3. I've done it. I've driven to Iowa from LA in 3 days. Yeah. Stopping once in Colorado to sleep. It was pretty intense. Go, go, go.
What's that? What's that last part?
I said go, go, go.
Yes.
But my mom is not a free spirit like I am. She's like, we're not driving there. So, okay. I would though. I think it'd be good.
Yeah.
I agree. I would have loved it.
Could have been a good time. It's not that
Yeah.
hard. Or even just a Greyhound, holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta fly.
So we're flying. I just don't think it's. If I wasn't doing this for my mom, I wouldn't fly. Because it just, to me, it's like, what? Why? Why go when all these air traffic controllers are exhausted? They're overworked. It's not even underpaid. They're not paid. They're not being paid. And it's not safe. The skies weren't even safe before there were all these crashes going on this whole year. Their systems are antiquated. But anyway, I'm like this. If it's my time, it's my time. I don't think anything's going to happen. At least, I think something's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen to us, though. I think there's definitely something that's going to happen. If they don't end this, whatever this is that's happening, something's going to happen. The skies, it's very dangerous. All these planes flying around. There's a lot of planes flying around any given time. But, you know, my life is full of extremes, so it's par for the course. It wasn't like my mom's not anxiety stricken enough, and then it's like all this stuff happening on top of it. And being in that area, because we're right next to DC, like 20 minutes away. You know what I mean? So it's like that energy. We're gonna be right next to that energy of the White House shit. You know. And I left for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And here, you know, but it's different though, because going back, and it's weird because my mom, like the yard, it's so like wild. It's crazy, and it's not like we're in the country. And we're like literally 20 minutes from DC, so it's, you know, Northern Virginia is like, it's just very interesting. And there's the Buddha tree. I showed you a picture of the Buddha tree that's just so tall. It's like something out of a freaking fairy tale. I love that tree. I can't even get to the tree, the bark, because there's a dense, like, I'm gonna shoot video. Just wait. You'll see what I'm talking about. I don't know. This whole thing is weird. That's where my brother passed, was there. He took his life. So that was very profound as well. If I hadn't been back there since that happened, then I was there like over a month ago. So that was interesting, being in the backyard. Just had a moment. You know, the moment I got out there, it was the first thing. It's crazy how connected I am to him, even when he's gone. I love him very much. Anyway. Our government sucks. They're all a bunch of ding-dongs.
It at least doesn't work right from the people running it.
They're all selfish and liars. Like, just do something authentic and genuine. Can any of them be authentic? I mean, Bernie, but even he's been compromised. So I just want to line all of them up and just slap them all down a long line. Just one long and complete slap that just gets all of them.
Check this out, Ultraman. You remember Ultraman, right?
It sounds familiar.
This dude that gets huge, and then he shoots a beam by holding his hands in the shape of an L.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
he fights the kaiju. I'm gonna do his super attack to finish off the last one.
do you think they're scripted? Do you think it's like to that extent
Yes.
of theatrics that they're scripted? Like
Yes.
they're given.
Yes, that's why they're afraid of him.
It's very reality television. Huh?
Yeah, they don't want him to be around there. They're wanting to try and prevent his arrival because that's when all their people start acting bonkers. But the people who they thought would act bonkers are not. They themselves are being the bonker ones.
It's just a bunch of incompetence.
Yes.
And word salads and like looping.
Yes.
Finger pointing.
I'd say even some finger pointing.
Yes. Yes. Finger pointing. Yes. I just feel like from all the bullshitting, they could actually do things, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
what's up, guys?
What's up?
Hey.
What up?
Just finishing my night with Super Robot Wars. Having fun.
Guess what?
Chicken butt.
I just got off work. I was working my ass off, but then now I don't work for 12 days, so haha.
Yay. Happy Friday.
When are you leaving?
Tomorrow morning.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I mean, good safe travels. That's what it is.
I need both. Good luck and safe travels. I'll take it. Yes, please.
There's nothing my Zankanto cannot cut.
I love riding airplanes.
Why?
Cause I don't know, the airport vibes and the energy.
Dude, I grew up riding airplanes. Like, my whole house.
Yeah. I don't know, just
traveling
looking out the window.
Yeah, I love the window. I have a window seat. I'm right in the front. 7F. Yeah.
You should take a picture when are you on one of those planes that show you like where you're at?
What do you mean? Oh yeah, to watch the flight?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the whole thing. It's got all the analysis.
You should take a picture when you're over where I live.
Oh my god.
Or Kansas or whatever, wherever you'll be at. Right in the middle.
That little plane icon.
Yeah.
What's really cool is when you leave LA, it's like even though I'm going across the country, it still flies west first. So it takes off from the airport and it goes west and then doubles back around to fly east. I think it's because the winds.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that no matter where you go, you're always gonna fly over the ocean coming at LAX. Or I'm sure Long Beach. So anyway, so I always like looking out. You can feel it. Like I can feel it in my legs and my knees that we're over the ocean. So there's a difference in feeling from when you're over the ocean than from when you're over the land. Different feeling.
I could hear you for
I
a
like
second.
I like seeing the little blinks from like the boats, the big boats
Yeah.
in the ocean. I'm like, ooh, you're in the middle.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I have not passed, bruh. So I'm sitting here chilling, and then I'm gonna either take a nap, get a little bit sleep, get a little bit sleep, get a little bit sleep,
Yeah.
and then wake up at like 6. No, wake up at like 5, and then pack, get a shower, wash my hair. I mean,
I want to go get some ice cream.
what do you mean? Like
From the gas
from,
station.
yeah, like what? Like
Ben
a
and
pint
Jerry's.
or like a, ooh, nice. What do you like?
I don't know. They're taking my EBT card, so I want to use it. I don't know.
So which,
I don't know what should I get. I'll bring you with me.
what do you like?
Whatever they have, I get to
Oh,
choose.
bro, you can't just like whatever they have.
Bro.
Bruh.
The way you said that,
is-
it almost
Huh?
sounded like you said gross, the way he said bro.
Bro. Look at my head. I'm bald.
Can't go wrong with Ben and Jerry's. I thought they sold Ben and Jerry's like corporate icon. Ben and Jerry. They've always been very like into like
Politics.
causes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben and Jerry's.
Ben and Jerry's. I don't know. It's cold outside. Do I want something cold? Probably.
Yeah,
That's
that's see, this is the thing, right? I have to bring I have a pea coat, wool jacket, that coat I'm bringing. So I'm just gonna wear that and use it as a blanket during the flight. Because if I pack it in my carry-on, it's gonna take up half of my carry-on. Because I'm not checking bags. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, it's too expensive for all that.
It's extra. Especially if all this craziness is happening.
Yeah.
But we see my mom checks, but here's the thing, I'm gonna be flying back myself. So I'd rather just not have a check bag. I have this, I love this little thing I have to carry on. It's on 4 wheels. It's like, it's the best. I love that movie. It packs a lot in it too. Hard case, spinner, whatever it's called, spinner.
Spinner? Wheels?
Yeah. Wheels that go in all the directions.
Oh.
I mean, it's got capabilities, man. It's all about the capabilities. With minimal effort, the thing is, I can walk however long. I don't have to pull it a certain direction. Like, I can just move it in whatever direction. It makes all the difference. And then it can collapse. And then I put it on the overhead compartment. Boom. It's a hard case, so I don't have to worry about people messing, like pushing or, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bad little dude. I love him. He's great. He's
What's his
also
name?
white. I haven't named him yet. Maybe Frosty. I'll call him Frosty.
Okay. He's Frosty now. My car is white. I call her Pearl.
Ooh, I like Pearl. This is a different kind of white. This is like a Snow White.
My Jeep is red. I call it Ruby. No, I call it Rojo. My friend's red Jeep is Ruby.
Oh, it's red in Spanish.
Ruby and Rojo.
What?
Yeah, he had a red Jeep and I had a red Jeep and we would go Jeeping together. Ruby and Rojo.
You and who?
Me and my buddy.
See.
Yeah, back a long time ago. Back, like 12 years ago. 14 years ago or so. Yep. I made a Sora video with me and my sister.
Oh yeah, did you create a character for her?
And she made one.
Dude, I might make my brother. Go ahead.
My other brother has it, but I don't think
What?
my brother has it, but I don't think he has profile set on like everybody, so I have to like send it something. Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of fun. Kind of silly. That's really scary though, to be honest. Just how much data they have and AI.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yep. Especially when you fold in super and quantum computing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And they just ordered all these drones.
Who did?
We just bought all these drones. We did. Like, and it's gonna be, the surveillance is gonna be off the chain. Do you know now? What?
Do you see the moon outside?
Today?
There's like a couple planets right by it.
I don't know. It's kind of foggy.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
I'll look for it though when I'm up there. Oh shit, my flight leaves at 11. That's broad daylight. Duh. I'm so used to always taking the red eye.
I'll take a picture of it.
Whoa! My character freaked out and just crit the boss out of existence. I said it wouldn't do that much damage. Yes, morale is a heck of a drug for your super robot characters. This guy has like a crazy high morale. You start out at about 100, sometimes higher, depending on whatever boosts you might have. Sometimes lower if some crazy story stuff is happening. And then when you're doing good, your morale goes up. When you're doing bad, your morale goes up slowly. At least in older Super Robot Wars. In this Super Robot Wars, it more applies even more so, I think.
Man, what a day.
Anything extra happen?
What?
There you go. Hi, chat.
Are you sure? It's the sky. It's just a lot of work to wrap everything up. 12 days.
I see.
It looks like an eye. Yeah. So there's been something next to even the sun. The moon has been next to the sun.
Yeah.
What?
No,
Yeah.
it's like 3-Eye Atlas, but it might be.
Since when?
That's what I'm seeing. Look, I'll send you some pics. That someone sent
Please
me.
do.
I was like, what?
It's probably an
Okay.
extra moon.
Yeah, apparently we have 2 moons now.
And 2 suns.
And 2 suns.
Look, just wait. Judy.
Cold.
That's another thing. It's gonna be so cold when I'm going.
It took so long. It took so long to get cold here.
Crazy, I just feel so tired. What the hell was I even... Oh. Oh, I love the structure groups.
I think that's my nephew next to me.
What do you mean?
I think it's my nephew in the car next to me. That's definitely not
Really?
my nephew. What? Yeah, I haven't seen him for years. That's crazy.
Why don't you say something to him? Why don't you say hi or something?
Yeah.
Text him, look to your right.
What?
Or text him, look to your right.
That's hilarious. Or where are you, in a parking lot?
Yeah, the gas station.
Yeah, why don't you say something to him?
It's too late to be Ethan. Is that Ethan? It's gotta be Ethan.
I hate it when I see someone and I think it's the right person, then I get it wrong.
No, that's not Ethan. I was about to say, it's a school night. I don't know. Yeah, no, it's not Ethan.
Yeah, it's a Sunday for me. Yeah.
Ethan's in these streets.
Ethan in these streets.
I swear that's Ethan. That's crazy. It looks just like my nephew. He's like 17, 18 now? 17? Oh, it's crazy.
The streets are tough, man. The streets are tough. Like my
Keeping it
coworker,
real.
oh, don't go in the street.
Dude, why don't you call his name? And if he turns around, it's definitely him.
It's not him.
Because if he does
Be
call
like,
the name,
Ethan!
No, that's not him. That's not him.
How do you know?
Because he just looked at me. That's not him.
yeah.
That's weird. That's weird.
You're all. He probably thought you were
Still
checking
might
him
have
out.
been him. I don't know. That's not you. Go around there. It's weird. It's weird. I missed. No, what the heck?
That is interesting.
Dude, what were you talking about? There's like 2 suns and 2 moons type stuff.
Yeah. So how am I gonna? Let me go somewhere. She sent.
I wish we had 2 moons. How awesome would it be to have 2 moons? I don't have just one. I have 2 now.
It's like, well, you would. It's because you can see the sun and the moon together, close together.
Oh, you
And
see it close together. You said, "Oh shit."
yeah, and I'm like, wait a minute, isn't it supposed to be on the other side? Because the sun rises in the east and sets in the west.
Yeah, man.
And I'll post these pics that she texted me. And I was like, what?
We're
Why
working
is it that
together to
close?
destroy humanity.
And I was like, I know that we're closer to the moon this month because it's super moon. I just don't know where that nets out in terms of the sun and the moon.
They should call it something when you level up in spiritual awakening. Like instead of it just being spiritual awakening, they should call it like level 2 or some classification for it. Do they have that? I'm pretty sure they probably do. That'd be so cool. They get, this guy that was in the server. He and I were talking, and he recommended me this book, dude. He said there was like so many types of like psychology and like spirituality in it. Like, what was it? Like the 8 levels of. I gotta read it. Oh, look at that. Wait, oh, those are ice cream? Dude, ice cream sounds fire right now. I would love ice cream.
Yeah, which one are you gonna get? There's so many.
Yeah, you just gotta choose one.
Wow. What is
Dude, look at that.
cotton
It's so
candy?
cool. That's my second flavor.
Mm.
I don't really like
Interesting.
those. Like, I don't really like pink butter ice cream. It tastes the same as vanilla. I always get the sherbet because it's exotic.
I'm trying to find cookies and cream. Well, cookies and cream if you like that. Yeah. And the cones. Interesting.
I would get the pistachio or the cotton candy.
I like pistachio. I like butter pecan.
Or maybe even the strawberry cheesecake.
Rocky Road slabs. It's got the chocolate. Shortcake. What kind of crazy ice cream assortment options do you have? That's insane. Strawberry banana shortcake? I never see that. What the heck is that?
Dude, why
You
does
have,
their
like-
7-Eleven have more than mine?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think I've ever seen so many options at a 7-Eleven. That's
Yeah,
all
we
the
see, like,
ice cream.
flavors.
Yeah,
I'm getting it.
do it.
They have
Strawberry
been saying
banana shortcake.
it, but I've had that too many
Yeah,
times.
but strawberry and banana shortcake sounds absolutely delicious.
What else do I need?
A spoon.
You need a Slurpee. No, I'm just kidding. You need a soda or a honey bun.
You need to balance the sweetness with something salty or
Something
some
salty.
chocolate.
You can always balance it with some protein. And roughage.
Hot Wheels.
A little pinch of kale. Peanut butter.
Whoa.
Who buys it?
The bitter and the sweet contrast might work. I've done it once or twice. That wasn't horrible. I enjoyed it. Others wouldn't like it though, maybe.
Or the Naked Juice. You know that one? You know that brand? Naked?
Oh, Naked, yeah. I don't think they have it.
I like Naked.
They don't sell it here, I don't think.
Well, they probably have the 7-Eleven special juices, but those are mostly for mornings. Because it's so citrusy. Dude, what about those hydration drinks that the 7-Eleven has? You know what I mean? They're like 28 fluid ounce.
I guess nuts. Why is everything so expensive now?
Inflation and the economic collapse.
What the heck? It really is.
Dude, in my city, it's like $1 more than that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you live in LA. That's right.
Yeah, dude, they charge the heck out of us, and they gave us, just like the ice cream we talked about, they go and give us 4 flavors, then they tell us to get the heck out. It's like 4 flavors of ice cream, and they're just like, get down, get down.
He had like 20 flavors to choose from.
Yeah, I know, right? And they were all like the same.
It was like an ice cream wall. It was like a wall of ice cream.
Yeah, it was all like the same brand, 7-Eleven Select. I didn't even know they had that many flavors.
Oh, good people. Gotta open it for us to do that.
What?
Type in your phone number. You get special deals like that. Even my dog said so, right? Yeah, she agrees. Well, she's not my dog. She's my mother's dog. But I'm taking care of her because my mother was in the moving out, whatever. I'm taking care of her. Woof woof. Get a special deal. Hey Yoshi, have you been doing anything fun lately?
Working.
That's
I
it.
bet.
And hanging out with my son. On the way.
Yoshi!
Hey!
What's going on?
Is it getting cold where you're at yet? Delivering those packages?
Yeah, it's like below 60.
Oh, that's not cold.
That's kind of cold.
Hi.
It's not even freezing.
Not yet.
How you guys doing?
I'm doing 120.
Okay. Hi, Shiva.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing?
I'm feeling okay. I'm really tired. I had such a long day, but I'm off for the next 12 days. So I'm just, my head is like super, it's like spinning. I'm trying to stay up.
Yeah. You should probably just go to sleep if you want.
Yeah.
Ice cream and nuts cost me $20.
My girlfriend Saturday, yeah. And she was good. You want to hear something funny about that? We were actually making out a lot, and at one point her fucking shirt was about to come off, and then I mean, hey, your shirt is about to fall off. Then she's like, what? And then I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, but I don't feel comfortable about that. No.
That's when you take it off first.
Can happen. We've been together for like 7 months. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Have you seen her movies yet?
Tiger Fang.
Shiva,
Yeah.
I'm glad that you have 12 days off. So,
Thank you. I'm going to be with my mom. So it's definitely not vacation. Still, it's me time, even though if it goes through summer, still me time.
Hell yeah.
Alright,
What?
let's try it out.
What?
See what this strawberry banana shortcake's talking about.
Taste it. You have to eat it. Oh, dude,
what's
that
your
looks so
opinion
cool.
on the 6-7 meme?
Oh, I say it sometimes. 6-7. Yeah.
God, I really hate that meme.
I think it's a date for
I like
June
it,
7th.
but it
Next year,
really
something's gonna happen.
annoying after a while.
6-7.
June 7th,
More like
2026.
69.
Yeah, but if you're 6'7", then it's okay. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, I get it.
Like the typical red pill shit. If you're 6'7", it's okay.
Okay.
This
Why
is
do they do that?
incredibly mid.
I don't know.
Why do those red pillars do that? And the black pillars are worse. But why do they like say like you have to be wealthy? Like I know so many people. Like there's so many people who only have $2.
Yeah.
So
And the
it's
government
ridiculous.
doesn't give them money because they're like, you can get a job. Bullshit. No, I cannot, bro. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, the only thing they have going for them, if they're going by that mentality, is wealth. If they get wealthy. If they get wealthy. Yeah. You know what I've been thinking about? I was playing like Quality Vegas, and there was one dialogue I did not even like catch on to back then. It was when you go to the Wind's hideout, and they pretend that they're like thinking advanced, the most dangerous couple in the wasteland. And then they hand you the machine gun, and they tell you that, I think they, I was talking to the Veronica follower, and I asked her about the Mojave Wasteland, and she said that it's common thing, city layout, rich, gated communities, and outside extremely impoverished people.
Okay. About the whole gated community thing, that is just bullshit because, well, no, actually, it's not because, you know, you can't go to a place straight away. You have to access it through a loading screen first. So, yeah, technically it is gated, unlike Morrowind.
Yeah, it's like really rich people, like any like really rich people,
Okay.
and then outside it's just like a wasteland, like not a wasteland, like a populous population where they're extremely poor and rich people are just extremely rich, and then most people are extremely poor. Like what the fuck? That's fucked up, you know.
I've actually bought the careers and stuff. This Arsenal DLC, and I have to say, they make you very OP for some fucking reason.
You're talking about Elder Scrolls? Elder Scrolls is
no. I'm talking about Fallout New Vegas. So yeah. If you buy the Gunner's Arsenal and the Careers stash, you get a bunch of items, and here's the thing though, it kind of makes you OP for a little bit, in my opinion. I mean, I have reached level 2, I think, yeah. And if you're gonna ask, no, I am not gonna do the main quest line, because I don't have time for that.
It's okay. The main quest line sort of sneaks up on you. Like if you do the main quest line, it's actually, you know, when to think about it, I don't know if there's a main quest line because there's so many alternatives for the platinum ship quest. Is because you join three sides. The Caesar's Legion or the NCR. My character at first I didn't like the NCR, but I had no choice because I don't like Caesar's Legion. I had other profile with Caesar's Legion that I didn't really enjoy most of the time because it was just like the brother hates me, the NCR hates me, so I didn't really like that profile. So I started a new profile.
Here is the thing, I'm playing on the 360, so I can't use mods.
Sure, recording.
Anything, it has its crap.
The 360 is old. I had a 360, but that shit takes forever to load. You should get like a newer console. Like you should get like the Xbox Series S.
No, you should like get a PC because all the consoles are corrupt garbage.
That's good.
Or just go get a Sega Genesis, Sega Dreamcast.
The Series S is pretty good. To load the Fallout New Vegas, it's like very fast. No, but I would say the PC. I guess PC because you could mod the game.
Of course.
That's
Everyone's favorite mods for Fallout or Elder Scrolls: gooning material. Why?
Dude, why would you goon for a video game? Like you can goon, like it's such a weird concept.
Why the fuck does?
Just get a PC.
Why do people make nude mods?
Gotta go bed.
Are they like high on testosterone or what?
Are you ready? Do you know the lyrics for the ending song?
I don't think so.
Well, then pay attention and try to sing along. Ready, everybody?
Fly me to the moon.
Close. Here we go. Underneath the silver moon we find our our way to harmony. Golden light surrounds us, setting all our spirits free. Feel the earth beneath your feet, the rhythm of eternity. Heartbeat of the universe, it's blowing endlessly. Silver and golden moon, heal us with your gentle light. Silver and golden moon, guide us through the darkest night. When stars align and shadows fade, we'll dance beneath the twilight, twilight in our eye. We'll bring peace, we'll bring peace, like a grand place with a golden light. We'll bring love, we'll bring heart, back to where we know it's right.
Banger. It's a banger.
We'll go with true ease all the way to where it's so, to the edge of what we know, to this seat what is our heart. Bring it back from above and build it right from the start. It will be even greater. No longer better, getting better. To do our part.
I don't know how to start it.
Silver and golden moon, heal us from all pain and strife. Silver and golden moon, guide us to the brightest light. Thank you all for watching and listening. Hope you all had fun. BeetleBird signing off for YouTube.